it's not even so much about the first ballot because it's such a backlog on the Hall of Fame. I kind of can somewhat get it because the guys that made the Hall of Fame, it's not like they didn't deserve to be there, be to make the Hall of Fame. You know what I mean? So it's not so much about the first ballot with me as it is just people continue to disrespect the career of Eli Manning, disrespect the career. I'm sitting there looking at shit on social media and people talking about he just won 2 big games ever in his whole career, and that's literally all he did. No, the fuck it ain't. Look at the numbers. He finished in the career top 10 passer of all time at the time he retired. Also, Eli Manning played in probably, arguably, the best and greatest era of quarterback play the National Football League has ever seen. So the fact that people try to say he was never even an All-Pro, well, I'm sorry that he played at the same time in his career at the same time as Brett Favre and Peyton Manning and Tom Brady and Drew Brees, and nobody's making arguments that Eli's better than those guys. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, that's just what the reality was. He played in an era of some great quarterback. So making an All-Pro would have been a Herculean accomplishment in itself anyway, as all those guys who I just named either are already or will be definitely in the Hall of Fame as well. So you got to put things in a perspective that Eli Manning made players around him better. He made them better. You can't look at Eli Manning's career and say, when did he play with a future Hall of Fame wide receiver? The closest he got to that was Odell Beckham. And that clearly tapered off. His career has tapered off the way it has. He's probably... Exactly. He hasn't been. And that's my next point, Lou.
Facts.
It's not even just OBJ. You can go back to Jeremy Shockey. You can go to Hakeem Nicks. You can go to Kevin Boss. These players were not the same amount, but when they stopped playing with Eli Manning, they weren't the same. Shockey, when he left the Giants, he went to the Saints and was forgotten about. Played another year with Carolina or something like that too, and his career was over. But yet he was on a Hall of Fame trajectory with the Giants as well as long as when he was playing with Eli Manning as well. You took a guy like Kevin Boss, who was just kind of like whatever, 3rd round pick, 4th, whatever round Giants drafted him in, and he became a serviceable tight end in the league for a couple of years playing with Eli Manning. He went off to sign his free agent deal with the Raiders. His career ended shortly after that as well. Hakeem Nicks, I know injuries played a big part on what happened with Hakeem Nicks, but he was injured all the time with the Giants as well, but he was still very productive when he was here. He leaves the Giants. His career comes pretty much to an end shortly after that. So to keep saying things like Eli Manning didn't elevate the level of play of other players is bullshit. You take a guy like Jake Ballard. Who the hell knew who Jake Ballard was before that one amazing season he had with the Giants? Another name, Martellus Bennett, played with the Cowboys for a few years or whatever, never got no burn on the field. Giants signed him to a 1-year deal, and Eli Manning, with Eli Manning as a quarterback, got that man paid. He got that man paid so much the Giants couldn't even afford to retain him. They couldn't even afford to retain him. That's how good a year Martellus Bennett had with Eli Manning as his quarterback. So come on, let's stop disrespecting the career of Eli Manning. He didn't just have 2 amazing playoff runs. That was just the cherries on the top. He was a very good quarterback his entire career, and he just happened to play in a time, in an era where there was a lot of great quarterbacks, some great quarterback play in the NFL. And sure, he wasn't quite up there with his brother and Tom Brady and those guys, but he was still a very good quarterback. And like I heard you say when I first got in here, Lou, durable. Durability got to mean something too. Because Eli was always ready. He never missed a game. He only got sat that one damn time that benching for Geno Smith. Otherwise, Eli didn't miss a game. Always suited and booted. Ready to go. That NFC Championship game in 2011 against the 49ers, you know how many quarterbacks would not have survived that game? Wouldn't even have survived it. Eli took a beating, kept getting back up and throwing darts and leading his team to the Super Bowl. All that shit got to count for something. Put some respect on Eli Manning's name. I'd like to thank you all for listening. If you was feeling this, please take time to subscribe and smack them likes. Feel free to drop a comment and let me know what you think. Don't forget to ring that bell so you know when I'm dropping new content. It's your boy, MacDaGiantsFan. You can find me on Twitter, YouTube, and Facebook at MacDaGiantsFan. That's MacDa Giants Fan.